I want to show you something. This is LeBron James sitting courtside next to someone using StreamEast, one of the most popular illegal sports streaming sites. LeBron is a billionaire, and if he's pirating games, something's clearly broken. In 2025, watching sports is a mess.
It's a modern day Robin Hood that steals live sports from the NFL and gives it to poor dirtbags like myself.
Now I'm realizing that blackout restrictions are still a thing, and they make me irrationally upset.
Why am I paying for these things if I can't watch the game?
Come on, you're paying $6.99 for that game, America. $6.99? Come on, man. You're talking about highway robbery.
Just this week, the #1 seed in the NBA playoffs, the Cleveland Cavaliers, were blacked out in Ohio. Imagine being a diehard fan, your team's having its best season in years, and you can't even watch the game. So in this video, I'm going to break down how we got to this point. How much does it actually cost to watch sports legally? And most importantly, why is it only getting worse? Things have gotten so crazy with all of this that people in the government have even noticed. And JD Scholten, a member of the Iowa House of Representatives and a former independent league baseball player, has had enough.
If you buy a subscription and then all of a sudden you're following a team, you want to follow your favorite team, and then you're not able to watch them, it's so frustrating.
Scholten experiences this firsthand every single day. Iowa doesn't have any Major League Baseball teams, but Scholten lives in a state where 6 teams are blacked out, which means that up to 40% of Major League Baseball could be inaccessible via streaming on any given night. JD Scholten introduced a bill in Iowa that would make blackouts illegal. This is one of the issues that he hears the most about from the people he represents.
This is symbolic of what's happening in our economy right now. We have these billionaire owners who are profiting off of all this. They're profiting off the regional network system. That, to me, is so symbolic of America right now, where the wealthy are shaping things to make them more wealthy, whereas everyday people get left behind.
If you want to follow your favorite teams, the cost has only gone up, but the ability to actually watch those teams has only gotten worse. And so I want to rewind back 20 years to see how much it actually costs to be a sports fan back then versus how much it costs to be a sports fan now. For the sake of this video, we're going to look at 2 types of sports fans, the casual and the hardcore. The casual fan, let's call him Jack. In 2004, Jack is a Lakers fan and pays for the cable package to watch the Lakers on national TV. He pays for 1 ticket whenever the Lakers come to Texas to play a game. He buys 1 jersey and a hat. In total, Jack pays around $664 to be a sports fan. The hardcore sports fan, let's call her Veronica. In 2004, Veronica also pays for the cable package to watch all the national TV games. She attends multiple games across all sports, buys 2 jerseys and hats per year. In total, Veronica pays about $1,321 a year to be a hardcore sports fan. Fast forward 20 years, Jack doesn't have cable. Now, when Jack's bored, it's TikTok or Netflix, and unlike 2004, following sports just requires the internet. If Jack wanted to watch sports the way he did 20 years ago, it would cost him $2,169, including his internet bill. This is a 227% increase from 20 years ago. In 2024, Veronica not only pays for cable and league packages, but every single streaming service. On top of that, she pays for high-speed internet. If everything else stays the same, Veronica now pays $4,784 per year to watch sports. This is a 262% increase. While the cost of watching sports has risen over 200% in the United States, salaries have only risen 87% in the United States at the same time. And fans are noticing. Mike Benedictchuk is a massive Philadelphia sports fan.
In terms of the prices, yeah, it doesn't add up. It's very expensive to have everything you need to watch your teams. I don't have Peacock. I don't have that subscription. So if the Phils have the 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. game on Peacock on Sunday, I don't watch it.
While every part of being a sports fan is more expensive than it's ever been before, from the tickets to the merchandising to watching things on TV, it's also way more confusing and frustrating. So how did this happen? Why is watching sports so much harder now than it's ever been before? First, in the last 20 years, attending sports games has become a luxury experience. No stadium embodies this more than the old and new Yankee Stadium. The main difference, all of the luxury boxes, meant to bring in more corporate sponsors than average fans. The second is the death of the all-in-one cable package. 20 years ago, one cable bill gave fans every single sport. Now, cable is still expensive, and you're not even guaranteed access to all of your team's games. As the cable bundle fell apart, the league saw an opportunity to charge more to get fans to watch the same number of games. It's the reason why Netflix now broadcasts the NFL games on Christmas, and Apple also has an MLB broadcast on Friday nights.
I have logged into my own YouTube TV at bars before. I swear to God, this is true, to get the game on TV because they didn't have it. I've done that a couple of times now. You know, businesses that used to be able to walk into a sports bar, watch whatever game was on. Well, now you can't do that anymore. And it's going to become more common. People are going to do it, which I'm happy to do. They gave me free beer, so I'll take it.
One of those sports bars is Rookies in Clive, Iowa.
I'll tell you what, in the past 2 years, it's become so difficult. And we've lost customers. Business has definitely declined. People, you know, if they're going to stream, they'll stream at home.
So given how much everything has become a mess, I was curious to hear your thoughts. I reached out on social media, make sure to follow me there, and I asked you, what is your experience like watching sports in the streaming era? The number one complaint was blackouts for a whole variety of reasons. In Hawaii, 5 different NBA teams are blacked out on any given night. There was the rising cost of streaming services, which I thought was best captured by this post that shows how many apps you need to follow a single sport. There was people struggling with their grandparents and people struggling with the different buffering times of certain streams. An issue that extends outside of sports to events like New Year's Eve. There's so many different tech issues, and in NASCAR, the commercials will play instead of the actual race.
So the majority of American race fans I've talked to do VPN to countries during races so they don't have to deal with the commercials. Which then again is a double-edged sword because you want to support racing so it grows in the United States, but you also don't want to miss anything on the track.
There are some valid counterpoints. If you're looking for a sports game now, it's probably playing somewhere. And when you can watch a game in 4K, it truly is a wonderful, awesome experience. Thank you to everyone who sent in a video or a post or a tweet. I really do appreciate it. This is something I really hope to do more in future videos as well. It's clear that everyone is frustrated. I find myself frustrated about this on a nightly basis, and I'm sure you're frustrated about this too. It's gone from sports being this like passive hobby where you could just turn on the TV and watch the game to needing to seek out sports to figure out, is the game on Max? Is it on Peacock? Is it on Apple TV? It's really hard to figure that piece of information out on its own.
You know, they come here, they get the tables, you know, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm standing out in the middle of the room, like almost in tears because I can't get the game on. And, you know, it's just a mess.
Fans shouldn't have to pay $5,000 a year and not be able to watch every single one of the games of their favorite team. And I feel like for most fans, it's not even about the price. It's the fact that we pay all this money and we still don't get access to everything. So if you can't even afford to watch your favorite team, it's led people to the next logical step: piracy. But today, it's not just broke college kids who are pirating these games. It's everyone.
Everybody knows about these illegal streams, right? Adam Schefter was joking about it the other day on a podcast on this, right? They know about it, and they definitely are very popular, these illegal streams, like bet streams.
I know some bars that will go ahead and do it anyway, but we're kind of afraid here. We don't want to get in trouble and get fined. You know, the fines are huge.
It was really eye-opening for me when meth streams and crack streams, two of the most popular illegal sports streaming websites, went down, that the internet had a complete freak out about it. The Google trend for the search free sports streams has gone up dramatically over the last few years. I'm not advocating for piracy, but this is where things are right now when it comes to watching sports. Instead of making it easier to watch games, leagues are cracking down on these illegal streaming websites instead of addressing the issue that brought fans there in the first place. Like, look at what's happening in Chicago. 6 months after launching, the Chicago Sports Network isn't available for 1 million Comcast subscribers in the city. And the solution to these issues is paying for another streaming service for $20 a month. And as a result, the ratings for the Chicago Blackhawks are down 78%. If fans didn't feel like they were being squeezed for every single last dollar right now, they wouldn't turn to piracy. This happened at the beginning of the streaming era, when every single show became really accessible, especially on Netflix, pirating went down. But now, because every single show and every single league is on a bunch of different streaming services, pirating is going back up again because it's too expensive to keep up. And that's actually one of the major reasons behind the mission for this YouTube channel. I want to make sports deep dives accessible for as many people as possible without a paywall. So make sure to subscribe to get some more sports stories. But how does this get fixed? How do you fix a broken system? Number one, kill blackouts. If you're paying for a service, you should be able to watch every single game. This is more simple than it sounds though. Streaming rights are currently complicated because of the reliance still on the cable package, but as we head towards a streaming-centric future, it will be easier to watch everything on streaming. If you're paying for a service, you should be able to watch every single game, period. And to be fair, according to multiple sources, the leagues are working on this. Rob Manfred's dream for Major League Baseball is having a mega streaming service where, without any blackouts, you pay once to watch any single game for an entire season. Step 2, we need to bring back the bundle. Right now, we're headed in the wrong direction. ESPN, Fox, and Turner previously announced a streaming bundle called Venue, but these plans were recently canceled. Instead, fans are going to need to pay for an incoming ESPN streaming service, a rumored Fox streaming service, and Max if they want to watch all the games and don't have cable. And step 3, more fan-friendly ticket policies. It's great when teams give student discount ticket packages, and it should be easier to get in the door and not have to pay $15 for a hot dog. I think we're at a breaking point where if the leagues try to continue squeezing every last dollar out of fans, the fans will simply stop showing up. All the data shows that Gen Z and younger sports fans aren't as invested in sports as they used to be, and I think a major part of that issue is how hard it is to just turn on and watch a sports game today. It's so much easier to just open up TikTok, open up YouTube, open up Instagram. Fans aren't just walking away from sports because they've stopped caring. The leagues stopped caring about fans first.
I would be happy to pay the money if I had easy access to all of my games.
We're missing the game of the week as a nation.
Oh, God, they just need to get off their high horses and get something done. I mean, this is ridiculous. You know, it's just millionaires getting richer. They just kind of forget about, you know, us little people over here. Care more about your customers.
And if sports keeps heading in this direction, there's going to be an entire generation of young people who don't grow up with memories watching these games. And if you don't have these memories watching sports, it's harder to become a sports fan as an adult. The next generation is just not going to fall in love with sports the way that we did. Let me know what you think in the comments about the current state of sports and streaming, and make sure to subscribe for more stories like this on the world of sports. And I'll see you in the next one.